Hi everyone and welcome to the monthly update video for January 2023. In this video it will just be like the usual sort of giving you what's to come within the next month, plus as well what's maybe to come for the channel more sort of long term. So without further ado, let's get into this. And is this the biggest ever month for the channel? Well, when you look at the games that I have planned, you could be forgiven for thinking that. As usual, I'm going to run you through what those games are in chronological order, and the next game after this video will be on Saturday, which will be the 7th of January, and it is Barnet versus Gateshead. So my first game of the season that's taken place within the City of London. Of course, I did do Maidenhead, which involved going through London and things like that, but Barnet's the first game that's actually sort of been in London, and it's a big game at both ends of the table, isn't it? We're looking to see if we can steer ourselves away from that dreaded relegation zone. Barnet up there in and around the playoffs and looking to cement that. So, yeah, a big game for both clubs, but looking forward to making the trip down. It's going to be a long day on the megabus for me because the trains are on strike and what have you, so it is the megabus, but it is what it is. You've got to do what you've got to do. Then on Sunday, it is FA Cup third round day for me, and it is Hartlepool United versus Stoke City. Again, another really big game. I'm sure it'll be a great cup tie atmosphere. I'm sure the Pools fans will be really up for it, and there's a result in that game for them, in my opinion. Stoke really aren't doing that well in the Championship just now. There's quite a lot of unrest around that club, so of course Stoke will be the favourites, but you never know. Then on Tuesday the 10th of January, it is yet more cup football, and it is the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup between Manchester United and Charlton Athletic. Again, you'd imagine that the home side are going to be overwhelming favourites to win this one, but Charlton have done absolutely remarkably to get to this stage. Of course, beating Brighton in the last round. I'm sure their fans will be really up for it. Obviously, it's been years since they last went to Old Trafford, and I can't remember the last time they went to a Premier League ground. But yeah, it should be another great cup time, and I'm fully expecting a home win at that one. But you can never tell. So it'll be an interesting game. Then the following night, which will be the 11th of January, it is back into the Northern League, and a game that has maybe slipped a little bit under the radar given the sort of other games I've got planned for this month, but it is a big game, and it is one that could be very entertaining. There's a lot of potential behind it, and it is Guisborough Town versus Newton Aycliffe. Both teams are sort of around each other within the table. Both had very good seasons, both scoring quite a lot of goals, so it's definitely one to look forward to. Then on Saturday the 14th of January, it's back to cup football in the fourth round of the FA Trophy. It is Gateshead versus Oldham Athletic. Now, when these two play each other in the league, of course, still got to play each other twice. It's going to be a massive game with a lot of pressure behind it. Like, you look at the fact that both sides sort of neck and neck to get themselves out of the relegation zone, or out of the relegation battle at least. But the shackles could be off in this one. Both sides will see it as a good opportunity to progress even further in that competition. And I imagine Oldham will bring a healthy following up with them. But hopefully the locals can match that and will come and get behind the heat. And it will be a good cup tie, good cup atmosphere, and an overall game to remember for us. Then Tuesday the 17th and Wednesday the 18th is nothing set in stone of yet, but I do have options, one of which is Farsley Celtic versus Leamington in the National League North, another of which is Newcastle Benfield versus Morpeth Town in the Northumberland Senior Cup. Then as well, I think FA Cup third round replays would be taking place that week, so if Sheffield Wednesday can get Newcastle United back to St James's Park, that's an option, as is if Shrewsbury Town can get Sunderland back to the Stadium of Light as well. And as well, you can't even rule out, I'm not even, at this stage, I'm not ruling out going down to Stoke if Hartlepool take them to a replay in the game that I am going to this Sunday. So there's plenty of options, but whatever I go to, I'm sure it'll be pretty enjoyable. Then on Saturday the 21st, it's Gateshead versus Dorking Wanderers, which is a game that as Heed fans as a club is maybe one that we are looking at and thinking we need to sort of pull out all the stops to go and try and win it. Of course, Dorking may be sleepwalking away into a relegation battle just now. And also we're at home, so it's going to be a big game. But fingers crossed we can do what we need to do on that day. Then on Sunday the 22nd, it's probably the game that stands out for this month, and I've got my ticket for it already. It's Sunderland versus Middlesbrough. Really excited for that one. Should be a great day. Should be an intense atmosphere, despite the fact Middlesbrough haven't been given the best of allocations, I must say. But what it does mean is that I'll have seen Newcastle play Middlesbrough, Newcastle play Sunderland, and now Sunderland play Middlesbrough. So kind of got the box set, really, haven't I? So very much looking forward to that one. Should be a great day, and hopefully it can be a video that I'm proud of. Then on Tuesday the 24th, Hollywood visit the North East. It is Gateshead versus Wrexham. Again, it's a game that I'm not expecting a great deal from. Whatever happens, happens. But at the end of the day, Wrexham's away record isn't spectacular. So we'll just have to wait and see. But as well, it's another big game. It's another big video for the channel. Then Saturday the 28th, it is down to London once again, this time for Wealdstone versus Gateshead. It's going to be a big game, that one. Wealdstone's home record isn't great. I know they beat us at the International Stadium, but I think we've improved since then. We're a lot more like sharp up front and what have you. So like sort of game I take a point in, but there's no reason why we maybe can't go down there and get all three. I mean, we're not a part of the bus sort of team, so that should be a good game for the neutral, I reckon. Then, as it stands, we're rounding off the month on Tuesday the 31st of January with the Cumbrian Derby in League 2, Carlisle United versus Barrow. Of course, Gateshead do still have two outstanding league games that need rearranging, one away to Oldham, one at home to Dagenham and Redbridge, and neither of those sides have other games scheduled for that night, to my knowledge. So we'll just have to wait and see, but it would be nice to go to that Carlisle United versus Barrow game. But of course, Gateshead do take precedence, so we'll wait and see. That's all I can say on that one for now. But then before the next monthly update video, the last game will be on Saturday the 4th of February, and I will be recompleting the Northern League at Washington versus Chester Street United. So should be an interesting game. That Washington not doing particularly all that well at the minute. Just moved into the new ground. Chester Street United, a new addition to the Northern League. So that is where we're at in terms of sort of specific games I've got planned for this month. And you'll notice that there was quite a lot of games within the Football League. And as I alluded to in that Derby versus Cambridge video last Friday, I am wanting to make rare steps into the Football League, as I keep calling them, less rare. So you can expect to see more Football League content from me coming within the next few weeks and next few months, and throughout next season as well. And I'm just going to say it now, I want to complete the 92 by the time the next World Cup comes about. I mean, I'm going to have things maybe go in my favour, like when you think teams going up from the National League and what have you that'll have already done. Might have a few bumps in the road, like with teams, with whoever gets relegated from the Football League, teams moving grounds or whatever. But it is doable. I'm currently on 39, so I know it's not great compared to quite a lot of ground hoppers and that, but it's something to shoot for, and it's something that I can hopefully get more and more invested in. And there has been an update to the scheduling for the weekend of my European trip. Of course, that will be the first weekend in May, which is also Coronation Weekend as it happens. And the update is that the dates and kick-off times within the Eredivisie have been announced. So I've got something to work with now. My ideal weekend would be one Bundesliga game, one game outside of Germany, so either in the Netherlands or Belgium, or maybe even both. Like, just depends on the way the weekend works out, and one game sort of within Germany but outside the North Rhine-Westphalia region. I've got I am wanting to do a Bundesliga game, and I've got three options. I can either do Borussia Dortmund versus Wolfsburg, Bayer Leverkusen versus FC Cologne, or Mainz versus Schalke. It all just depends on what the TV gods within Germany decide, and also what I can get a ticket for. I mean, I'd love to do that Leverkusen against Cologne derby, but I mean, Dortmund, it just depends who I can get in touch with and whatever. I mean, I'd love to go there one day, but as well, I am aware that that ground is being used for Euro 2024, which may sway my decision to not go to it this time. We'll just wait and see. Like, it's very open at the minute, and I want to include more sports on the channel. It's called DB30 Sports TV, not DB30 Football TV or whatever. So at the minute, it's only really been football and rugby league, but there's maybe scope to get a rugby union involved if I'm ever in another country, whatever the popular sport is in a country I'm in. So, say for example, I'm in Ireland, could do a Gaelic football game or a hurling game or something like that. So there's scope there. And one more thing, I am well on the way to 1,000 subscribers now. I want it done by the end of this current football season. So for me, just thank you all for the support for the channel so far this season. I know it's maybe my content hasn't been to the overall standard of last season. I mean, I personally think it has improved in the last few weeks, so I was quite happy with the overall outcome of Monday's video, for example. Same with the double header on Boxing Day. The Dronfield Town video, despite its low views, I felt my overall performance was pretty good. Notts County away as well, so maybe once again I am steering the ship back in the right direction, and fingers crossed I can just continue to grow, and hopefully the type of games I've got coming this month will certainly help me with that. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back, of course, on Saturday with that long trip down to Barnet versus Gateshead. So until then, take care, and I will see you later.